Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, and in this video we're going to be talking about all things newborn cloth diapering, especially how they fit on a big baby versus a small baby. I have had both, so I know all the things. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm a mom to two kids, a boy who is now, oh gosh, he's 2.5 now. When he was born, he was 9 pounds, 11 ounces. He was a big boy. He is still a big boy. He's super tall. He's 2.5, but he literally, I'm not even kidding, he's the size of a 5-year-old. According to, you know, the height and weight charts, he's the size of a 5-year-old. He's 2.5. So he was a really big baby. And then I have our daughter, and she is, let's see, she's not even a newborn anymore. I can't say that. She's 4 months old now. And when she was born, she was 6 pounds, 9 ounces. So I had a 9 pound, 11 ounce boy, and then I had a 6 pound, 9 ounce girl. So I've had a big baby and a small baby. You can obviously have smaller babies than 6 pounds, 9 ounces, but that's kind of on the smaller side, and anything like over 9 pounds is considered gigantic, right? So yeah, he was a big boy and she was pretty tiny, especially tiny to us in comparison. So I have done both, and I will say the diapering experience was definitely different the second time around. So let's kind of get into what that meant. So if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend you have a newborn stash. And I'm going to talk about what's in my stash and how everything worked with my daughter versus my son. So let's just quickly talk about nighttime. So this is a Thirsty's fitted newborn diaper. It's very small. It has 1 row of snaps across the top, the umbilical cord snap down, as well as a rise snap. And here's the inside. So it's super absorbent. Both my son and my daughter, when they were about a week old, I was able to basically only do 1 feeding and diaper change in the middle of the night. It was great. So I would feed them at like 9 o'clock-ish, and then they'd wake up around 3 or 4 in the morning, feed and change them, and then they'd go to sleep until 8 in the morning. So that was great. So for that, I would definitely recommend that you do at least how I did it, with that longer stretch of the night from like 9 to 3 in the morning. That 6-7 hour stretch was great, having a fitted. And then after that, I could put them either in another fitted, or I would put them in an all-in-one. And that was great. Once they got to be, they both did it actually, at around 2.5 months, they started sleeping through the night. It was great. And once they started doing that, this no longer worked, and they were also kind of sizing out of it regardless, just size, not only with the absorbency, but with the size. So once they started sleeping through the night, they went from a newborn fitted to a 1 size or a sized fitted. In terms of like during the day, here's what I used. I love all-in-ones. They are great. My absolute favorite. I'm not a pre-fold person. I don't like doing the work, even though it's really not that much, but it's just not my thing. I love to just pull it out of the drawer, put it on the baby, and go. So there are 4 all-in-ones that I have used, and I definitely have a favorite, and I will tell you. So first I'm going to start with, this is the Little Joey by Rumparoos. These are really cute, and yeah, they're an all-in-one. I'm just going to show you the inside here. So they have this inner gusset. It's all sewn in, and the nice thing about this is they get really small. Let me show you. There's the umbilical cord snap down, and then there's 2 snaps here, 2 snaps here, same thing on this side. So you only have 1 snap over here on the wing. You can put it, make it really small, you know, and as your baby grows. The problem with this diaper is that it's really meant for a small baby. preemies, this would be really great for a preemie because it's supposed to fit 4 pounds to 12 pounds, or 4 to 10, maybe it's 12 pounds, I don't know. But I know it's supposed to fit 4-pound baby, which I totally believe it could. Like I said, my son was huge, and this just didn't work. Didn't fit right, and I really just attributed that to the fact that this was meant for a really small baby, and he was not a small baby. So I was really excited with my daughter that I'd finally be able to get to use these. Yeah, they didn't work with her either, even though she's small. And the reason that they didn't work is because of the way that the snaps work. So they fit great if your kid really fits in the size like this. This is like the smallest you can get it. But these snaps are so far apart, and once like this snap becomes too tight, this snap, I'd move her over to this snap and it would be way, way too big. So this diaper just didn't work. There's not enough customizable options in terms of how you get it to fit. So this just didn't work. Sorry to say. I know people love this diaper. I'm sure maybe they work for you, but they didn't work for me. So no go for the little Joeys. Okay, the next diaper I have to show you is the Thirsties Newborn All-in-One. There's also a natural newborn all-in-one, which I also have, and I will show you that too. But first, let's do like the stay dry option, so just the regular newborn all-in-one. So there's, kind of hard to see, 1 row of snaps up top, there's an umbilical cord snap down, and then there are rise snaps. So the rise snaps are great. A rise snap, and then 1 row across the top. Here's what the inside looks like. So you have the fleece, microfiber, and then I will just show you, because they're sized the same, they just look different on the inside. So here's the stay dry option. Here's the natural newborn all-in-one by Thirsties. So here's what that looks like, and it's cotton and hemp inserts. Here's the Velcro version. So there's no umbilical cord snap down, but there is still a rise setting. So these fit great. I don't like the stay dry version because I had leaking issues with both my son and my daughter. But it fit well, it constantly leaked because of the fleece and also the PUL, which is the outer part here, comes down on the natural version. It does not on this version. And I was constantly having wet belly buttons and leaking out the legs because the fleece isn't absorbent, so it takes a second to go through. So it just didn't work. So I'm not a fan of the stay dry version, but I loved the natural all-in-one by Thirsties. These fit great on both my son and my daughter. It was absolutely, this was a tie with my next diaper for being my absolute favorite with my son. And these were my favorite with my daughter. So the rise is great. I had it snapped up for my daughter. I did not need it snapped up with my son. And she wore it snapped up for 6 weeks. I didn't unsnap the rise until she was 6 weeks old. So that tells you something right there. And the Velcro, I love the Velcro on diapers because you get the perfect fit every time. I do have a snap version here of the natural. So here's the natural. So there is a snap version. It's exactly the same as what I just showed you on this. And they're sized. They're sized the same, they just look different on the inside. And then there's the different closures. Velcro and snaps. But anyway, these, in terms of the sizing, fit great for both my son and my daughter because of the rise snap. I will tell you, with both of my kids, I did not ever use the umbilical cord snap downs on any of the diapers. I never used it. I thought I'd use it for some reason on my daughter because she was smaller, but I never once snapped this down on either of them. Never had to. In terms of the absorbency, this was a winner for both of them, being big or small, and I pulled all of my newborn diapers by the time they were 3 months old. By 2.5, 3 months old, I pulled all the newborn diapers and they were wearing one size during the day. They still fit my daughter kind of by 3 months, but they were getting, the absorbency part was kind of the issue at that point. So that's the natural newborn all-in-one by Thirsties. Absolute favorite. It fits a small baby and a large baby. #1 recommendation. And then last but not least, I have the Blueberry Simplex, and this was tied for first place favorite with my son. They're sized. When this one is unsnapped, they are exactly the same size. And the absorbency, although this one looks different on the inside, this is an all-in-one as well. It has, I'll show you. It has an insert that's sewn in, but it also has a pocket. So you can kind of customize it if you want even more. Let's see, pocket. And I always just kept the insert kind of tucked in because I thought it looked better. But it doesn't matter. It's all cotton and hemp. But anyway, love this diaper. Here's what the outside looks like. Umbilical cord snap down, and then there's 2 rows of 3 on each side. This is great for a big baby. My son was able to wear these from birth all the way till he was about 3 months old. Like I said, I pulled all the diapers to that point anyway. But he fit great. I never had absorbency issues with either one of these. They were great. And in terms of with my son, they both fit until 3 months. The problem with this one with my daughter is that it didn't have a rise snap. And like I said earlier, I had this rise snapped until she was 6 weeks old. So if these are the same size unsnapped, you know, there's no rise here. I wasn't able to put this on my daughter until she was 6 weeks old. And I tried like every couple of days to put her in this, and I'd put it on her and I'd snap it to the most inner snap here, and there would be a huge leg gap on her, and I was like, oh, this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to wait. And once I unsnapped the rise, I just knew that this is when that was gonna fit, and that's exactly what happened. So not great for small babies, unfortunately, but I still love this diaper because it's super absorbent. Never had any leaking issues with either one of these. Just a sizing issue with this one. It was actually too big, even though it's a newborn diaper on a super small baby. So #1 recommendation is going to be the Thirsties Natural Newborn All-in-One with the Velcro. I recommend Velcro over snaps, especially with a newborn, because you just get it right every time. But it was great because it has the rise snap for a small or large baby. Never used the rise with my son, but definitely used it with my daughter. So this is what most of my stash is made up of. I have probably 10 or 12, probably even more, probably about 12, because I have 4 of these, and then I have a handful of the natural and the snap. So I probably have about 10 of the natural newborns with the Velcro, and absolute favorite. Love it. I highly recommend it. And they're just, I mean, how cute is that with the owls? Anyway, so absolute favorite. This is what I would recommend. Small or large baby, you cannot go wrong with this diaper. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Like I said, I've done this now with a super big baby and a somewhat small baby. I know there are definitely smaller babies than her, but she was a small baby in comparison to my son. And I hope that was helpful. So that was just a little information on newborn cloth diapering. I think I might make a toddler one because it's definitely different once your baby gets a lot bigger. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will try to get back to you. If you haven't already checked out my other cloth diapering videos, you should. I will link them in all the places. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.